North Korea has the fourth largest military in the world. Over 1.2 million active soldiers, thousands of artillery pieces aimed at Seoul, nuclear weapons. But here's the truth the regime doesn't want you to know. In a full-scale war with the United States, North Korea wouldn't last 30 days. Not 30 weeks, not 30 months, 30 days. Today, we're breaking down exactly why the Kim regime would crumble in less than a month, and what those 30 days would actually look like. This is the military analysis they don't show you. Welcome to Battlefield Insights, where we analyze the world's military powers with facts, not propaganda. If you're new here, we break down complex military scenarios so you understand what would really happen, not Hollywood fantasies. Before we begin, this analysis assumes a conventional war scenario where North Korea initiates aggression. We're looking at pure military capability, doctrine, technology, logistics, and strategy. Hit subscribe, because this gets intense. Hour 1. North Korea launches its attack. Their artillery, the so-called Sea of Fire, opens up on Seoul. Thousands of shells rain down. It's devastating. It's exactly what they've planned for decades. But here's what happens next that changes everything. Within 60 minutes, US and South Korean counter-battery radar systems have identified every single artillery position. Remember, North Korea's artillery is dug into mountains, fortified positions they've spent 70 years building. But they have one fatal flaw. The moment they fire, they light up on American AN/TPQ-53 radar systems like Christmas trees. The response is immediate and overwhelming. U.S. Air Force F-35 Lightning IIs, already in theater, begin precision strikes using GPS-guided munitions. Each artillery position that took years to build is destroyed in seconds. South Korean K-9 Thunder self-propelled howitzers return fire with pinpoint accuracy. But it's the naval response that's truly devastating. 7 U.S. Navy Arleigh Burke-class destroyers positioned in the Sea of Japan unleash over 600 Tomahawk cruise missiles in the first 6 hours. These aren't random strikes. Every target has been programmed into U.S. war plans for decades. North Korean air defense systems, command bunkers, communication nodes, gone. North Korea tries to launch its air force. They have over 800 aircraft on paper. Sounds impressive until you realize most are 1950s-era MiG-17s and MiG-21s. Against F-22 Raptors and F-35s with advanced stealth technology and beyond visual range missiles, it's not even a fair fight. By hour 24, North Korea has lost air superiority. Their artillery is being systematically destroyed. Their command and control is in chaos. And this is just day 1. The US hasn't even deployed ground forces yet. Let's talk about what happens in week 1.
Day 2 through 7 is where North Korea's fundamental weaknesses become fatal. See, modern warfare isn't just about who has more tanks or more soldiers. It's about logistics, fuel, ammunition, food, spare parts, communication. And North Korea's logistics system is held together with duct tape and desperation. The US strategy shifts to what military planners call strategic paralysis. B-2 Spirit stealth bombers, operating from bases in Guam and Missouri, penetrate North Korean airspace completely undetected. Their targets? Not just military installations, but infrastructure, bridges, rail yards, fuel depots, power stations supplying military bases. Here's the critical number. North Korea has approximately 30 days of fuel reserves for its military, but that's in peacetime. In wartime consumption, with tanks moving, aircraft flying, and generators running 24/7, they burn through reserves in 10 days. And the US knows where every major fuel depot is located. Precision strikes eliminate 70% of their fuel storage in the first week. Meanwhile, the US Navy establishes a total maritime blockade. North Korea imports 90% of its oil, not anymore. Every port is either destroyed or under constant surveillance. No ships in, no ships out. The country is now a prison island for Kim's military. But here's what really breaks North Korea's back. Their Soviet-era equipment requires constant maintenance and spare parts they don't have. A T-55 tank from 1960, it needs specific replacement parts. North Korea has been cannibalizing old equipment to keep newer equipment running for years. In sustained combat, their operational readiness collapses exponentially. By day 7, US intelligence estimates that 60% of North Korea's heavy armor is non-operational, not from combat losses, but from mechanical failure and fuel starvation. Their air force? Grounded, not because they're all shot down, but because there's no fuel to fly them. This is the difference between a military that looks impressive on parade and one that can actually sustain modern warfare. And we're only 1 week in. Week 2 is when the United States would make the decision: end this quickly or let North Korea bleed out slowly. Given the humanitarian crisis already unfolding, civilians caught in the crossfire, the Pentagon opts for swift conclusion. Ground operations begin. But this isn't D-Day. This isn't even Desert Storm. The 2nd Infantry Division, already stationed in South Korea, crosses the DMZ supported by overwhelming air power. U.S. Marines conduct amphibious landings on both coasts. Special forces have already infiltrated to secure nuclear sites. This is combined arms warfare, a capability North Korea simply doesn't have. North Korea's million-man army sounds terrifying until you realize they're equipped with rifles from 1960, trained on starvation rations, and have no air cover, no fuel for vehicles, and no functioning supply chain. The average US soldier has 300 hours of live fire training per year. The average North Korean soldier gets 12 rounds to practice with, total, because ammunition is so scarce. By day 20, North Korean military commanders are facing an impossible reality. Continue fighting with no ammunition, no fuel, no air support, no naval support, and no hope of victory, or surrender to preserve what's left of their country. Small-scale resistance continues, but organized military resistance collapses. The nuclear question, Kim's supposed ace in the hole, never materializes. Why? Because the moment satellites detected launch preparations, those facilities would be hit with bunker buster bombs, special forces raids, or cruise missiles. North Korea's nuclear program is its bargaining chip, not its weapon. Using it guarantees regime annihilation in hours, not days. By day 30, it's over. Not because North Korea ran out of soldiers. There are still hundreds of thousands under arms. But because modern militaries don't run on courage or ideology, they run on fuel, ammunition, spare parts, and training, and North Korea ran out of all of those. This is the reality of 21st century warfare.
So why does this matter? Why break down this scenario? Because understanding military capability versus military theater is crucial. North Korea parades missiles through Pyongyang. They launch test rockets over Japan. It looks intimidating, but looking dangerous and being dangerous in sustained modern warfare are completely different things. The United States spends more on its military than the next 10 countries combined, not for show, but for capability. Logistics networks that can supply forces anywhere on Earth within days. Intelligence systems that track every enemy movement in real time. Technology generations ahead of adversaries. And most importantly, constant training with unlimited resources. This isn't about glorifying war. War is hell for everyone involved, especially civilians. This is about understanding deterrence. North Korea knows this analysis as well as we do. That's why their strategy isn't actually to win a war. It's to make the cost of war high enough that no one wants to fight it. The artillery aimed at Seoul is a hostage situation, not a winning strategy. But make no mistake, if deterrence fails and North Korea initiates conflict, the outcome isn't in question. The only question is how quickly it ends. And the answer is 30 days. That's the reality behind the headlines. If this analysis opened your eyes to how modern military power actually works, smash that subscribe button. We analyze conflicts around the world with facts, not propaganda. Next video, we're breaking down why China's hypersonic missiles might not be the game changer they claim. Check out these videos on screen. I'll see you on the next one.